All right, in this session, I'm going to talk about protecting your publisher account. This is actually very important because you're going to be earning income from different publisher accounts, and you got to protect them and protect your income that comes along with them. Okay, so I'm going to be talking specifically about what is a publisher account real briefly if you're not familiar. I want you to talk about you are a real business and they are your partners and how you should treat them. And about never, ever, 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 ever clicking on your ads. Ever. Did I get that point across? I'm going to show you something that you can do to protect yourself from accidentally clicking on your ads, and this is super important. So real quick, for those that don't know, a publisher account basically is all these companies that allow you to put the ads on your website, and when people click on them, they pay you. Those are called publisher accounts. So Google AdSense is a publisher account, and they are one of the best and one of the ones that pay out the most. Content.ad is another one, Rev Content. There's all kinds of different publisher ads out there, media.net, and we'll be talking about a lot of these. We try to lead you and steer you towards the ones that are the most profitable, and it may be a little bit different too because different niches, some things are profitable more than others. But out of all of them, Google AdSense is king, and it is the one that you are going to want to run on your website. It's years and years and years. It's just been one of the top payers. There's very few out there that can pay as much as Google AdSense. So I want you to understand, with all these publishers, you are a real business and they are your partners. The only reason I mention this is because I've seen in the past where people that are brand new, they don't understand this. They don't see the real business behind this. So what happens is, so you understand how this works. There is a company out there, a business owner, and they are paying Google to put ads. They're paying Google to put ads. Okay, so for example, if I'm just searching Google and I want to say, home repair, these ads that you see on google.com, these are business owners that are paying for advertising. Okay, now this advertising can also show up on your website. Okay, so the ads that show up on your website, those are ads that are paid by these business owners. Well, so when someone clicks on an ad on your website, part of the money gets from the business owner, that pays it to Google, and Google pays you part of the money as well. So the reason I mention this is it's a very serious thing. Google is very serious about protecting their partners, their advertising partners, against any kind of fraud. There's lots of fraud out there, and Google's been pretty good at it. And I'm not talking just about Google. I'm talking about all of the networks. They all have security in place, and they need to be treated with respect. You need to make sure that your websites are not getting invalid clicks. Invalid clicks means that you've designed your site so that people will click on more ads, and it's unnatural, and that causes these advertisers more money, and when that happens, you will get your account banned, and many times you will not get paid. So don't try trickery, don't try to do things that'll always burn you in the end. You want to build long-term relationships with them. In fact, when you get bigger, you will have a long-term relationship with them. They'll actually give you account managers, and they'll work with you. You'll get to know people on a first-name basis, and sometimes with other companies you'll get actually special deals with them. So treat them with respect and treat it like a real business. So one day, Smart had one good idea, and that idea was stupid. Smart decided to try to click on his ads because he learned that if he clicked on his ads, he would make money. Do you think that's a good idea? No. I just need to drill this in over and over again because there's just some people that still don't get it. And here's the other problem. Sometimes you get outsourcers or people that are working with you, maybe even a family member, and they don't understand how it works. And they might think in their mind that they're helping you by clicking on these ads to help you make money. And so you've got to be so strict with anyone that works with you that there will be absolutely no ad clicking, or it will be immediate termination. However you're handling it, and just really freak people out because it is serious. Google has systems in place, and they know if you're clicking on ads. They know if fake people are clicking on your ads. And by the way, if you ever notice any peculiar suspicious activity, report it to Google. Google AdSense has a way for you to know and to actually let them know if someone has like a clickbot thing or someone's trying to attack you to click on your ads. Google's pretty good at detecting that, but if you detect it, it's better to be proactive and let them know. Okay, so what can you do? There's a couple things you can do to protect yourself. And the number one thing that's already built into your system, but you do need to turn it on, is we use a plugin called Ad Inserter, and you'll see it in the settings. And inside that plugin, you can click on Miscellaneous, and on each one of the tabs that shows the Google Ads, you can turn this option where it says Display for Not Logged In. What that means is it's only going to show ads for people that are not logged into WordPress. Now here's the deal. People that come to your website, they don't know it's WordPress, and they don't have a user account. They're not logged in. But when you are on your account, you're logged in. See, I'm logged in right here. It says my name right here, and your article writers are logged in. So by turning that on, guess what? No ads. I have no ads running. And that is a great way to manage your pages this way so that you don't have any ads running while you're creating your content. And that way you don't accidentally click. And also your employees, if you get employees, make sure that you have that turned on as well so that they can't click on ads. However, you do need to check your ads out and see how they look. So there's a couple ways to do that in Google Chrome. So for example, if I bring out, if I go to this link in this page and I go up to Google, let me pull my browser down so you can see what I'm doing here. So I go to my link, and then I go to my browser on the right hand, and there's a thing that says New Incognito Window. And if I put my link in there, then I'm not logged into WordPress, and now I'll be able to see my ad. So that is how you can check your ads and know that your ad is there. Let me teach you one other thing with Google Chrome, which is really cool. You can go into Google Chrome and you can set up different users. It's called people. So I set up a different person called Testing, and I let him log in. And so it allows me to run 2 sessions in Google Chrome at the same time. So for example, if I want to bring up this article, let me go to my home page here. So if I go to my home page and I go to one of these articles here, if I right click on it and say open link in testing, then it opens up a new browser window, and I've kind of like set the theme so it recolors it so I know which one I'm in, and then my ads show. So that's the way I kind of check my ads, is I do it in a browser window. But where I'm doing most of my work, I don't do it where I can see the ad. So that is one step you can take to protect yourself. So it's really important that you're just really vigilant on protecting your ad accounts and making sure that your outsourcers and people protect it, because you want to be in this business for a long, long time. And let me just tell you, sometimes something happens and you may get an account canceled. And even if you weren't doing anything wrong, and it stinks, and it happens every once in a while, but usually it's very far and few between. When AdSense first came out, it happened a lot. Very far and few between now. There's a lot better communication with Google AdSense. I'm going to talk about, I have a module in here that talks about how to protect yourself even more with Google AdSense and how to spread your risk around so that you don't have all your eggs in just one basket. Okay, but it's awesome. You guys are going to love the rest of this, because this is when it's fun to get into the actually money side of this, and we're going to go in very specifically and show you the rest of our monetization methods.